Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Today, I am looking at the Spider-Man Legends Infinite Series Spider-Man. Spider-Man himself, he's the meat and potatoes of this wave. You got a Spider-Man wave, you got to have a Spider-Man. I'm glad that it's kind of, gotten away from having a lot of variants of Spider-Man. It's the Spider-Mans we need, 2099, regular Spider-Man. We're going to see Scarlet Spider. Just a bunch of cool stuff. And then, cast members, villains. That's not to take away from anything from the Toy Biz days. I don't know, I'm really digging the character selection lately. Yeah, we're getting some redos, but I think they're needed redos. Some redos we're getting, we didn't even know we needed. Or at least I needed. I'm good with replacing older figures. On the back, we have the pretty picture of Spider-Man. Little bio. Pictures down across the bottom. Standard Infinite Series packaging. What I like most about this is the package looks full. There's no empty space. Everything's clearly displayed, and you get a lot of stuff with this Spider-Man. So, man, I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of excited to tear into him. Okay, and there you go, out of the package. I think this may just be my favorite Spider-Man ever in action figure form. There's just something about the proportions, the stance, the articulation, the painted on webs. I was ready for a good comic book Spidey. And this is a good comic book Spidey. I mean, he just has the drawn on lines, just like the comic books. Yes, there's more room for error, but I think it's a trade-off. I think it comes out pretty good in the long run. Now, you can see that the red has missed a couple places here. That has nothing to do with the lines themselves. I mean, it's just blue showing through the red. Right here on his abs. Right here. And a little red bleeding up above the black line here. But the webs themselves are good, except for right here on top of the head. Here and here. They don't attach quite right. Now, right off the bat, I noticed he does share the body with Spider-Man 2099. Now, a lot of initial complaints on early pictures of this body was his flat butt. And I think it's accentuated by the belt being so high. The waist cut is up here, and I can see them not wanting to pull a, Astonishing Wolverine again where the belt is split in half. Although it wouldn't be breaking, a belt buckle like it was on Wolverine. But the line comes up to the waistline. It doesn't get broke when you turn the waist. So it makes the ass look, longer, more up the back. But as you can see from Spider-Man 2099, yeah, the waist cut is still there, but it doesn't have the belt pointing it, just drawing your eye to it. It looks more natural as it comes down. So it's not actually the sculpt so much as it is, where they decided to put the paint, which is the logical place for the belt. It just doesn't work on this base body. It works from the front fantastically. From the back, it just comes down a little far. And I realized that the hips are cut higher to try to get more clearance for the leg to come up. So it being a little bit gappy in vanilla pose doesn't bother me because it's a trade-off, again, for articulation. Here he is with my previous go-to Spider-Man after, going through a few. It's the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man. It was close enough to a comic book look. I didn't mind him on the shelf. You can see how his hips are even gappier to allow for higher posing. Not that much higher posing, but he worked on the shelf, but he has more, realistic proportions, the smaller feet, the smaller hands, the smaller head, pretty much all around smaller. I like the range of movement in the shoulders here, but man, those are scary. Whenever you pull on it, it gaps out. It's only pinned at the bottom. So I'm happy to replace him now. And here he is with an older Toy Biz Spider-Man. I believe this is Spider-Sense Spider-Man. I just got him because he looks like a perfect New Avengers Spider-Man. New Avengers being older now and out of date. I don't really have that display anymore, so off the shelf he goes. Articulation-wise, he has a ball going up into the head that's on a swivel. So, pretty good down, pretty good up. Not a lot of side to side, but there is some there. Rotation, kind of a shift forward and back, kind of get more movement out of it. He has a torso, shoulder, socket, hinge, swivel type thing where you can pull his shoulders forward and back. Forward and back. So far, just like, you know, a lot of Spider-Mans we're seeing lately, it's only pinned at the bottom. So there is some pull out, but not as much as the Spider-Man 2 movie Spider-Man. The shoulder on top of that is a hinge and swivel. It swivels out, hinges around. Now I've noticed when you're in, you know, straight up and down pose, it doesn't want to go down all the way. This one's better than this one. When you pull it out and push it back in, it wants to stay jutting out like this. But you'll notice if you rotate up, you see some of the gap right there. You can press it in the rest of the way and then rotate back down. And that's as far as down as it'll go. He has double elbows. He can touch his own shoulder. Hinge and swivel wrists. Hinge out, hinge in, swivel, swivel. Ab crunch. Forward, back. And the webs do go all the way up and around. There's just blue back there. Waist swivel. Hinge and swivel hips. Hinges forward pretty good. Hinges back. The butt sculpt's in the way, but you can rotate around a little bit. Out, not so much. I'd like to see more. And I think it's just this slot is not cut up and around the hip. So if that came further up and around, he could get more out, which that may be surgery later. Swivel at the thigh. Double knees. Swivel at the ankle. And rocker ankle. Swivel peg forward in the foot. For accessories, Spider-Man comes with his 2 fist hands. Regular Spider-Man head. He comes with 2 thwip hands. These are pretty easy to pop in. They have a swivel and a hinge. Thwip hands look good. We've had thousands of thwip hands, though. What I'm most excited about is the wall crawling hands. It's just to spread out fingers. Now this one was in the package, so the plastic kind of warped sideways. I'll have to get some hot water and straighten that out. This one came on Spider-Man in the package. It's more spread out. This is what I would like to see the right one look like. Just have that spread finger crawling the wall kick-assery. They look pretty good. And he comes with a half mask where he's pulled the mask up for, you know, eating, talking on the phone, making out, whatever Spider-Man wants to do by pulling his mask up. It looks great. I mean, it's a old school kind of happy-go-lucky Peter under there. He's happy with all the paint apps too. It's good to see white on the teeth and some lip color in there a little bit, just to differentiate between, you know, skin and, you know, mouth. Now, the wall crawling hands aren't just for wall crawling. They're also for holding this piece of pizza. And that looks, it looks pretty good for, you know, just a piece of plastic. It's pepperoni, the only kind of pizza. He holds it good in his hand. You know, mask up, taking a break, eating some pizza. It's just a cool little add-on to Spider-Man. All in all, I was right in my initial thoughts that this is my favorite Spidey ever. It is my favorite Spider-Man ever. I mean, the articulation, the brighter colors, the painted on web lines, it all just does it for me. And the accessories, the extra hands, all great, all needed. The extra head, fantastic. I mean, it's just personality. The pizza, another great accessory that I would have never known I needed until I actually got it. But having Spider-Man up on the shelf, chilling, eating pizza, just kind of taking in the rest of the shelves. Being Spider-Man, it's just personality-wise, it fits. So I'm glad to have him. And by the way, these pictures that you're seeing right now, these were all without the help of any kind of, stand, wires, magic. I used no magic in the posing of this figure. He can, if you're careful, he probably won't stay like that on the shelf. He can stand on his wall-crawling hands. So you get the balance just right. It looks beautiful. Yeah, I can't recommend this one enough. He's the winner of the wave. Daredevil is very close. Just because we desperately needed a new Daredevil, I didn't know I needed a new Spider-Man, but there you go. So if you like the review, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the Fwoosh. If you have this figure, then you essentially have these two figures. And I don't know how much I like that